Hello everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my not getting results, no, next in my Learning Through Pictures series, we're completing our unit on going for a spin, vocabulary related to driving, to cars, everything you could think about traveling locally. And today we're going to take our vocabulary and use it to tell a story. And first, we'll do a little review of the process of driving itself. Okay? So if you were in class last week, you'll have a chance to review that, and then we're going to move on. Well, that's a bit about my class. Here's a bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour, and I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. Here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new vocabulary words you're going to learn so that I can correct you. Use them as actively as you can, and I'll give you feedback. Rule 3, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. So, with that in mind, let's jump right into our lesson for today. I'm going to share the presentation on screen so you can see all of the pictures. And what we're going to do is do a quick review of the actual process of driving. Make sure that we know how to describe it, and then we're going to use the vocabulary from the last hour and this hour to tell a story. Perhaps an anecdote about when you had to drive. So let's get started. Welcome back, Omar. Nice to see you. Hello, Helcio. How are you, Helcio?
All right.
And hello,
Hi.
Abdullah. Nice to have you here.
Hi.
Very good. Excellent. So we're going to jump right into class because there was a little bit of a delay. So let's get started right away. This lesson, going for a spin, all about driving. I'm going to skip forward here to, we've talked about this vocabulary. I'm going to skip forward here to one thing that we did not review in the last hour, which is the process of driving. So on your screen, you're going to see pictures that talk about the stages of driving from one place to another. And what I want you to do is, together as a group, we're going to try to describe each stage individually and then put it together into a process and talk about what we do first, second, third, fourth, etc. Okay? So, Omar, you were here in the last class. Just a quick question. What do we call that kind of car under picture 103? What do we call that kind of car, a 2-door car like that?
Sedan.
A sedan or a coupe?
A coupe, yeah, coupe.
A coupe, right. It's kind of a mixture of a sports car and a family car. It's kind of in between. It's a coupe. Okay. So, Omar, we're going to go for a spin. Imagine you're telling your friend who's never driven what they're going to do. What did you tell your friend to do in picture number 1? Imagine that's your friend in the green dress and the black hair, and you're telling your friend what to do. So you have to say, first, you do what?
First,
Describe what you see in the picture. First, open the door.
and then get
Only
into
picture
the car.
1. That's it. First, open the door and get into the car. That is an excellent first step. Very good. Helcio, what would you tell your friend in picture number 2? What would you tell your friend in picture number 2?
She is.
Don't say what she's doing. Tell her what to do. Just like Omar said, first, open the door and get into the car. What about picture number 2? Then, do what, Helcio? Then
Fix the seat belt.
Then, fasten the seatbelt.
Seat belt.
Fasten the seatbelt. Look at the word in the chat window. Fasten. Fasten.
Fasten.
Very good. That is it. Fernay, what should we do? What should your friend do in picture number 3? So first of all, your friend has a sedan, and first you tell her, open the door, get in the car, then fasten your seatbelt. After that, Fernay, picture number 3, after that, what do you have to do? What does she have to do?
Yeah, after
After that,
change the position to velocity
okay.
and brake. Input the
brake?
brake.
The brake? That's not the brake. Hold on. That's not the brake. What do we call that pedal that changes the gear? Not the brake.
Not the brake.
Not the brake. The
pedal?
begins with the C. The clutch. The clutch. Okay, so first you do what? You step on the. Repeat that word. Step on the.
Step on the clutch.
Excellent. First you step on the clutch, and then
First,
you put
and
the
then
car with your right hand. You put the car in
Put the
which
car?
gear? In which gear? Which gear? What does the N stand for?
the first, the one,
No, not the one. The N. N. What does N stand for? N.
and
N is between 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. It's between the gears. It's between. Everyone, what does N stand for? What does N stand? Neutral. Right.
Neutral.
So, repeat after me, Fernay. First, you step on the clutch, and then you put the
First.
car in neutral.
first I step on the clutch and
Then,
then
put the car
put the car in neutral.
in
neutral. In
Good.
neutral.
That's it. And Abdullah, after that, number 4, after that,
You put the key into the ignition.
very good. You put the key into the ignition. Okay. And now, and one more, Abdullah. The first part of 5. The first picture in 5. You put the key into the ignition, and then, Abdullah?
And then, what does it call? How do you say, not turn, but twist? No, not twist.
No, turn.
Turn, okay. Turn the key to start the car?
Right, you turn the engine on.
At the engine, okay.
Turn the engine on is the first picture in part 5, right. And back to Omar. Picture number 2 inside of 5. Second picture in 5. Then you, what's your foot doing? Step on the
brake.
On the brake? That's not a brake. No. The one on the right is not the brake. The opposite of the brake.
I don't know what to say. The gas pedal.
The gas pedal is correct. You can say gas pedal, and you can also say accelerator. Accelerator. And I'm going to write it for you in the chat window so you can see both. You can say gas pedal, and you can say accelerator. Gas pedal or accelerator. Gas pedal or accelerator. Okay, so Abdullah said we put the key in the ignition and we turn the engine on. And Omar, you said we step on the what?
Gas
Omar?
pedal or accelerator.
Accelerator. And Helsio, after we step on the accelerator or the gas pedal, what happens to the car? After we step on the gas pedal or the accelerator, look at that stuff coming out the back of the car. Look at that white exhaust coming out of the back. What's happening to the car in the third picture, Helsio? What's happening?
And then she go out.
She? Is your car a she?
The,
It.
it go out.
Okay. I would say I would
What
say this:
is smoking too?
a lot of
Oh,
fumes. You've got fumes, or you've got exhaust. Okay, you've got fumes or you've got
exhaust.
exhaust. Right. So you start the engine, step on the accelerator, and the car revs up. We say rev. Rev for reverberate. The car revs up. Revs up. That
Revs
means
up.
the engine is. That's it. That means the engine is going. The car revs up. That's it. Okay. The next set of pictures. Let's go through the whole process. If it's winter, your car is going to be cold. So, Fernay, if it's a little bit cold, we have to do picture number 6. What do you tell your friend in picture number 6? Before you go, you have to let the car do what? Especially if it's cold, you have to let the car do what?
Depend. This is depend on the climb.
Yeah, let's say it's a little cold. So before we go, we must let the car what?
Yeah. I don't remember the name.
Say it in Spanish.
Name. Fake.
Say it, say it in Spanish.
Famous. Famous.
Not sure I know that word.
No.
What word are you saying?
No. Smoke.
No, not smoke. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Jordan.
I want to go from English to Spanish, and the word I think is the same. Can you say? Oh, I guess it's calentar. Is that right? Calentar.
Yeah.
Calentarse.
Oh.
Heat up.
Heat up is correct. You could say heat up, or you could say warm up. You can say heat up or warm up. I'll put them both in the window. Warm up, heat up.
Warm up.
There you go. So if it's a little bit
Warm.
cold, or if you haven't driven the car, number 6, let the car warm up. Let the engine warm up. Repeat after me. Let the engine warm up.
Let the engine warm up.
That's it. That's it. In Abdullah, after the engine has warmed up, in number 7, what do you do? What's that stick called?
I forgot it. Was it the gear?
Does anyone
No.
know? It's not the gear. It's not the gear. The thing that stops the car. Does anyone know? Does anyone know?
I know. It's the handbraker.
The handbrake. The handbrake.
Handbrake.
That's right. So Abdullah, what do we do with the handbrake? We have to turn it. We have to turn it off, right? We have to.
Turn off the handbrake.
Another way to say turn off is.
I don't know. I forgot it. No.
We can say either turn off, or we can say release.
Oh yeah.
Release the handbrake, and we can also call it an emergency brake. So I would say release the handbrake or release the emergency brake. Release the emergency brake. Okay? Good? We're clear?
Yep.
Excellent. Back to Omar. Omar. Now, here you got to step on some things again. You release the emergency brake, and in 8, what do you tell your friend to do? In number 8. What are you stepping on now in number 8?
Step on the. I don't know.
What's that pedal? What's that pedal? It's not the brake.
No?
It's not the brake. No, it's not the brake. You got to change gears.
I know.
The clutch?
The clutch. So step on the clutch and put the car into what? Into
One.
first. Clear?
First step step the clutch,
Step
and
on the clutch,
step on the clutch, and second,
then put,
put the gear in number 1.
nope, listen carefully. Put the car in first. Put
Ah,
the car in first.
put the
Repeat.
car in first.
That's it. First for primero, right? First gear. First gear. Put the car in first. That is it. Very good. And Helcio, now you want to go. So in number 9, in order to drive, what do you have to step on in order to drive? Helcio, what do you have to step on in order to drive? What is the pedal on the right?
Accelerate.
Exactly. So then step on the accelerator and release the what?
Clutch.
Exactly. Step on the accelerator and release the clutch. Right? And then, Fernay, in number 10, what do you do to go faster? You shift into what? Fernay, you shift into
second.
You shift into second and you go to work. That's what you do. So, let's hear the whole process from the beginning from Ahmed, who wasn't here.
Well,
Oh,
hello. I've just arrived, so
I
I'm
know.
late. So that's why I don't know how to describe from.
But you're going to learn. You're going to learn.
Okay.
So here's what you're going to do, Ahmed.
Yeah.
You're going to try to say all the steps as if you're giving someone directions. And me and Abdullah and Fernay and Helsiu and Omar are going to step in and make a correction if you need to. So you give it your best guess, and we're going to give you some help if there's some particular expressions we want to use. Want to try?
Yes, why not?
Okay, so imagine I ask you, hey, Ahmed, can you tell me how to drive to work? You would say, first, what?
First, open the door.
Number 1, first.
Open the car door.
And
sit on the
and
seat.
get
in.
And get
In it.
to
Get
into
seat.
the car.
The car, okay.
No, into the car, not the seat, into the car.
Okay, get into the car.
And then
fasten the belt.
The seat belt.
The seat belt. Fasten the seat belt.
Good.
Okay.
And after that,
step on the clutch and put the gear
the car
and put
the car into
the first.
Into, not first, look at the picture, not first, N.
Okay.
Help him out, Omar, help him out. Someone help him out. What's the N for? Neutral, correct. One more time.
Okay. Step on
the
clutch and
put the
car into neutral.
And after that,
put the key in the switch.
Into the
car switch.
Help him out. What's the name for the switch, everyone? What's
Ignition.
Ignition. Put the key into the ignition. We're going to call that the ignition. Okay. And now in picture 5, what do we do to the key? We
turn the car on. Switch the car on.
Good.
I don't know.
The car on.
Is it? Okay.
Turn the car on or turn the engine on. Either way, turn the car on, turn the engine on, and then step on the.
Okay.
Step on the
accelerator. I don't know. What is it?
On the accelerator.
Accelerator?
And let
Okay.
accelerator. Yeah.
Okay.
Step on the accelerator and let the car rev. And let the car rev. Rev is reverberate. Rev. The engine is revving.
Okay.
And then the car might be a little bit cold because it hasn't driven in a while. So, in number 6, we must let the car, what? If it's a little cold, we have to let it,
Heat.
what do you think?
Heat?
Heat up or warm up.
Warm up.
Correct. Heat up or warm up. Maybe we would say let the engine warm up, or let the engine heat up. Warm up sounds better. Let the engine warm up in 6. And then, when the engine is warmed up in number 7, Ahmed,
Yes.
then,
Then, I don't know what is it.
help him out, someone. What do we need to do in 7? What's the verb we're looking for in number 7? Anyone?
Now to release the
Release.
The handbrake.
Release the handbrake or the emergency brake.
Okay.
In America, we tend to call it the emergency brake. So, release, Ahmed,
Okay, release the
emergency
brake. Okay, release the emergency brake.
What do you have to step on in picture 8? What do you have to step on?
And clutch.
On the clutch, and then shift into
The first.
into first.
Into first. Okay.
Right, not the first,
Shift.
just first.
Okay.
Shift into first.
Shift into first.
And then to make the car go, you step on the what and release the what? Step on the
So on the accelerator and release the clutch.
and that's it. And the car goes, and then you shift into
Second.
shift into second, and you're on your way to work. And that is how you drive to work. One more volunteer. Let's hear the whole process again. One more volunteer. This time, 2 times as fast. Who's feeling brave? Who wants it? Who wants it? Who's feeling brave? Come on, one of you is feeling brave. Come on, who wants it? Halcyon, do you want it? Come on, Halcyon, you know you want to do it. Come on. Halcyon's not even talking to me.
Hello. My microphone is off.
Halcyon,
Hello.
try it again from the beginning. Real fast, super fast. Want to try again? Uh-oh, I lost him.
Sorry. I don't understand you. First picture.
Let's do the whole process again, just like
Okay.
Ahmed did.
Okay. I understand. No. First, I go
First,
into the car.
wait, first open the
Open the door.
and get
I get into a car.
not a car, the car. Because if you say a car, it could be anybody's car. No, get into your car. So first, open the door and get into the car. Good. And then?
Fasten the seat belt.
Fasten the seatbelt. Good. And after that? And after that? Yeah, keep going. Step
on the clutch.
and put the car
Put the car in neutral.
into. Okay, good. In neutral. Good. And then
And then start engine. Start the engine.
okay, put the key into
Put the key.
into the
I don't know the name.
into the
Ignition.
ignition.
Into ignition.
And then turn on what? Turn on the
Turn the engine on.
turn the engine on. And then step on the
And then accelerate.
Sorry.
good. Step on the accelerator and let the car rev up. Rev up. That's it. Abdullah, continue. Abdullah, number 6. If the car is cold, in number 6, we have to let it.
If the car is cold, we have to warm up the car.
Right. We have to warm it up or let it warm up. Good. And then we do what? We
release the emergency brake or the handbrake.
And then
We shift into one.
so we
Yeah.
step on the
Step on the clutch pedal and we shift into one.
into first.
To first, sorry.
Into first. And after that? And
After that, we
step on
we step on the accelerator
and release
the what was it? Release the clutch.
Clutch. And when the car goes, we shift.
We
Number
shift
10. We shift
into two. No.
into
Oh damn it! What was it?
second.
Second. Yeah.
We shift in second.
Yeah.
And we go to work, and we're happy people. We're very, very happy. All right, very good. So now you all know how to talk about driving a car. You all know how to talk about driving a car. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take what we just learned, and we're going to take the vocabulary from the last hour, and we're going to put it together into a kind of story. Let me show you how it works. In order to tell the story, you have to use the vocabulary that you've learned. So I'm going to write the story as we talk through it. I'm in our shared notes document, which you can see on screen. And if you want to have a copy of this, I will also post it right now. Shared notes, copy location. I'm going to post it for you in the Verbling chat window if you want a copy. There you go. And if you want to open it, you can. But I'm going to share my screen. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down to our unit, which is Unit 8. You'll see it here, Table of Contents. Unit 8 going for a spin. Last week, we came up with a general story. Now, we can use it or we can create another one. It's up to you. But let me show you what we did. In order to do this activity, what we're going to do is create a story by asking and answering questions. And in fact, let me show you exactly how it works. Before I show you the story, which we're going to create together, let me actually show you how this works really quickly. Just like we reviewed before, exactly like we reviewed the vocabulary, we're also going to use questions to create the story. So, in Learning Through Pictures, we have something we call, where is it? Where's my picture? We have two stages. We first pitch a story. That means come up with a good idea that we all like. And second, ask a story. And asking a story is very simple. I'll ask you questions about what happens next. If it's a fact that we know, you just have to say yes or no to repeat it. If it's something that begins with a question that begins with who, when, what, where, then you have to add a detail. But only the most interesting, the funniest, the most outrageous details are the ones we're going to use. So that's how we're going to add the stories. And those details have to use the vocabulary that we've learned, like steering wheel, emergency brake, roof rack, you name it. All of those words are going to be recycled. Okay, so as you can see on your screen, there are two stages in Learning Through Pictures, pitching a story and asking a story. The first gives us a story to follow, and the second fills in all the details. The second is where we add all the vocabulary you've learned. Once the story is complete, all you have to do to remember the vocabulary is to retell the story. You can write it, listen to it, act it out. No matter what you do, it'll ensure that you learn. So in pitching a story, before we can create a story, we have to pitch an idea to the class. In order to do that, I'll give you a structure. You fill in the details. Here is the Pixar pitch, which is a storytelling structure from the creators of the animated movies Toy Story and Finding Nemo. In order to create a film, they would start with a simple structure like this. Once upon a time, and every day, but one day, and because of that, and especially because of that, until finally, right? So for example, once upon a time, there was a boy living on a planet. He was very bored, and every day he'd work for his aunt and uncle, and he always wanted to go somewhere else. But one day, the Empire came and destroyed his home, and because of that, he was suddenly thrust into an adventure, and he met an old man who told him that he had magic powers. And especially because of that, he went and he joined an intergalactic army, and it turned out that he became a leader, and he fought against the evil empire until finally he had to confront his father, whose name was Darth Vader, and he beat him, and he became the great hero of Star Wars. See? See how it works? Just like that. So that's what we're going to do. That's called pitching a story. I'll go back to asking a story in the second part. Let me show you the story that we created in the last class. We can use this story or we can create another one. Let me show it to you. So last Saturday, when we were doing the driving vocabulary, we started with this. Let's go down to the story pitch here. If you're opening the document, then you go to page 6 or just look on your screen. So there's our frame. There's our frame. Once upon a time, every day, but one day because of that, especially because of that, until finally. There's our frame. And I asked whoever was in class, I think it was just Giuseppe, at the end of the class, I asked a couple of questions. So I said, once upon a time, what kind of person was there? And he said, a truck driver. And then every day, I said, what did he do every day? And Giuseppe said, he would deliver stuff. And I asked him some more questions, and we decided that this truck driver felt depressed because he really wanted to do, what he really wanted to do was to be a cowboy. But every day, he just went around making deliveries and dreaming of the Wild West. But one day, I asked Giuseppe, how did he feel about it? Oh, he felt depressed. What happened to make him change? One day, he saw a horse. It was standing in his way as he unloaded a crate of crispy Applejack cereal. Yum. And because of that, he decided to lure the horse over to him with the cereal, and then mount the horse and ride off into the sunset. And as a result, he got a gun and a mask and chased people off their farms and made it his special place, a place for a man and his horse. And especially because of that, I said, what was the result of that? And Giuseppe said, he was so very happy for the first time in his life, so happy in fact that he devoted his life to the life of the cowboy way. And so he was the first cowboy in Sicily, because Giuseppe was from Sicily, and he went on killing and looting and stealing horses and women all day and all night, until finally someone got sick of him and shot him. And that's our story. So, I'll give you a choice. Should we create a new story and add our details, or should we use Giuseppe's story? What do you prefer? So we can use this as our structure, and I'll ask you questions and we'll add details, or we can create a story as a group. We'll create the structure. What do you prefer? Keep the story or lose the story? What do you think?
Let's keep it.
Let's keep it? We got it. Okay, so here's how we ask the story. If something is true or false, and you know it, you say, yes it is, no it isn't, and you repeat it. For example, if I say, there was a man, is the man a truck driver? And Ahmed, he is a truck driver, so you would say, yes, what?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. That's it. Just, yes, he is. If I say, is he an orthodontist? What would you say, Ahmed?
No, he is not.
No, he isn't an orthodontist. He's a truck driver, of course. If I say he's a truck driver, did he drive trucks, you would say? What?
I don't remember.
Well, he's a truck driver. Did he drive trucks?
I suppose, yeah.
Of course he drove trucks. Of course
Okay.
he did. What kind of truck did he drive, Ahmed? What kind of truck did he drive? Now you have to give me a detail. You have to give me the best truck you can think of. The craziest, funniest, most outrageous truck. What kind of truck did he drive?
An old one.
No, he didn't drive an old truck.
I don't
No,
know
it's
because
not,
because I
it's not
can
crazy
understand.
enough. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough. Omar, what kind of truck did he drive? What kind of truck?
Stolen one.
A stolen one. That's better.
Oh,
So there was a truck driver who drove a stolen truck. Now it's getting interesting. By the way, it's a little hard to write and speak, so I'm going to try to do as best I can. Give me a second. Just ignore all the misspelled words. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yes. So, once upon a time, there was a truck driver who drove a stolen truck. That's it. Omar, did the man drive a stolen truck?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Did the man drive a stolen truck, or did the man drive a Volkswagen, Omar? Did the man drive a truck or a Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
No! He drove a truck, not a Volkswagen. So you would say, not a truck, but a Volkswagen. Repeat, not a truck, but a Volkswagen.
Not a
Repeat.
truck, but a Volkswagen.
But Volkswagen, right. So if I ask you either or, did he drive a truck or a Volkswagen, your answer is either not a truck or a Volkswagen if it's a no, or if I say, did he drive, well, I'm always going to ask you a negative question for that. So it's always going to be nada, butta, nada, butta. Very good. So he drove a truck, not a Volkswagen, right. By the way, I can't see who's in the classroom. I got to keep. Oh, Halcyon. Did a woman drive a stolen truck? Did a woman drive a stolen truck?
No,
No.
he's a man.
No, it was a man who drove a stolen truck. That's right. It was a man who drove a stolen truck. Okay. And what kind of truck was it, Halcyon? What kind of truck was it?
A bigger one.
A big one? It was a big truck. No, I don't think it was a big truck. I think it was much more unusual than that. Fernay, what kind of truck was it? What made it unusual?
Usually,
What made it unusual? What made it an unusual truck? What made it unusual? Unusual. What made it different? How was it different?
oh, he activity different he want to do?
No. How was the truck different? What made the truck unusual? What made it different than a normal truck? It wasn't big, so what was it?
Was moment, please.
Was it pink?
A cowboy? Be a cowboy.
The
Is a
truck?
different-
The truck was a cowboy? The truck was a cowboy? Who was a cowboy? The man was a cowboy or the truck was a cowboy? I don't know who the cowboy was.
Stolen truck. He was a road.
He was a road?
What?
A road? Hold on a second. Tell me about the truck. What made the truck different? What made the truck unusual, Halcyon? What made it unusual? Was it the color? Was it the shape? Was it the kind of car? Tell me about the truck. Give me a detail that made it unusual.
The truck was yellow, strong yellow.
It was a bright yellow truck. Right.
Extremely bright.
Extremely bright. Right. That's right. I can't see who's speaking. Who is that? Who's talking? Who was speaking?
It was Halcyon.
It was Halcyon. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I couldn't tell. Because I
why
can't
don't
see
we
it.
make it pink then?
I don't know.
Or red? Make it
Because he said it was a bright yellow truck, extremely bright. I don't know. Maybe it was extremely yellow. I'm not sure. Do you want it to be pink?
Okay, with no, no, it's fine. But we can change the what do you call that? The tail lights and the front lights. We can say like
Absolutely.
xenon or
What
something
kind
like
of
that. Yeah.
what kind of lights did it have, Ahmed? What kind of lights did it have?
Xenon?
What kind of lights did it have?
Can we say xenon?
It had
It it had
neon lights.
neon. Ah, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
It had neon lights all over it. And did it have a horn? I think it did. Did it have a horn? Let's see, who's there? Omar, did the truck have a horn? Did it have a horn? Did it have a horn, Omar?
Yeah, it has.
Yes,
had.
it did. Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Did it have a horn? Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Ah, it had a horn. It had a loud horn. What was the music the horn would play? What did the horn sound like, Omar? What made the horn unusual? What made it unusual?
Like bark of a dog.
It sounded like a barking dog.
Yeah.
Right. And all the other truck drivers were jealous of this truck. Of course, because everyone wants to have a barking dog horn truck. Everyone wants that, of course. Who wouldn't? Okay, there we go. So, every day, we're going to go on to the next part. Every day, as we know, every day, our truck driver in his bright yellow truck would deliver stuff. Would he deliver stuff, Abdullah? Would he deliver stuff?
Yes, he would.
Yes, he would. Very good. You have to always repeat the auxiliary verb. That's right. Yes, he would. What kind of stuff did he deliver, Abdullah? What kinds of things did he deliver?
He would deliver. He would deliver ice cream.
He would deliver ice cream, of course. What else? He would deliver ice cream, not spelled like that. I wrote ice cream. He would deliver ice cream.
Yeah.
Would he deliver? Would he deliver ice cream to the children of the neighborhood, Abdullah?
No, to all.
No, of course not. No, he wouldn't. Who would he deliver it to?
He would deliver it to the other truck drivers.
To the other truck. Of course, to the other truck drivers. Of course. How could I forget? Because it was a form of ransom, right? Because they were so jealous of his super yellow dog barking horned truck, right? that they threatened him by saying, if you don't give us ice cream, we'll do what? What will we do? If you don't give us ice cream every single day, what are we going to do to you?
We will turn your lights off.
We will turn off your
Okay.
neon lights. And that was a very scary thing. And that scared, oh my God, I can't write, scared our truck driver. That scared him, our trucker. That's good enough. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. So, it sounds like he had a little bit of a problem. But, one day, now hold on a second. Let's get our, but one day, Now, originally he saw a horse. I don't know if he's going to see a horse this time. Let's find out. Fernay, did he see a horse? Did he see a horse, Fernay? Did he see a horse? What did he do one day that made his routine a little different? Did he see a horse? Fernay, what did he see one day?
One day, one day the ice cream loose.
Okay. One day, the ice cream. What happened? Did it?
Them just disappear.
One day, the ice cream went missing,
Listen.
and
Oh,
he looked everywhere for it. He was getting really nervous. Why? Because without the ice cream, the other truckers would get him. Uh-oh, now he's in trouble. He looked everywhere. He didn't know what to do. He looked everywhere. Very good. So, oh, can't write. Hold on. Okay. Well, we're almost out of time. I wonder if we can find out what happened to our truck driver. Let's see, who am I going to talk to? Huda! When did you come in? I didn't see you here. Hello, Huda.
Hello.
Oh, my goodness. Have you been here the whole time? I didn't see you. Or did you just arrive now?
No, I have just arrived now.
Oh, you just arrived, so you have no idea what we're doing. Okay,
Sorry. I
just
was
watch.
just listening. No problem.
Okay, just watch for now, because we're kind of running out of time. Hang on a second. So we're telling a story using as much of the vocabulary as we can from before. So one day, here's what we got so far, Huda. Just to finish up, let's see what we have so far. Once upon a time, there was a truck driver who drove a stolen truck. It was a bright yellow truck, extremely yellow. It had neon lights all over it. It had a loud horn. The horn sounded like a barking dog. And all over the truck, all the other truck drivers were jealous of this truck. Every day our truck driver in his bright yellow truck would deliver stuff. What would he deliver? He would deliver ice cream, naturally. He would deliver it to all the other truck drivers. I should say truck drivers, not truck rivers. Truck drivers, because it was a form of ransom. They were so jealous of his super yellow dog barking horn truck that they threatened him. If you don't give us ice cream, we'll turn off your neon lights for good. For good. And that scared our trucker. But one day, the ice cream went missing. He looked everywhere for it. He was getting really nervous because without the ice cream, the other truckers would get him. And because of that, let's see, who haven't I spoken to yet? I've spoken to Omar, spoken to Halsteel, and Fernay, and Ahmed. Because of that, what did he decide to do? Because of that, what did he decide to do? He didn't want them to get him, so what did he do?
He decided to find.
Uh-oh. Did he decide to run away?
No.
Did he decide to run away to Antarctica?
Either
No, of
to
course
find
not.
Is there
to find the one who stole.
bridgeable?
To find the one, the evil one who steals ice cream
Yeah.
from
Who
everyone.
the one who had guts to do it.
The one with the guts to do it. The one who dare
Very dare.
transgress the code of the ice cream eating truck drivers. That's right, the one. What was his name? Does anyone remember his name? I think it was Bob, wasn't it? What was his name?
It was Bob.
It was Bob, right. It was Bob. Bob. Bob the jerk. No one liked Bob. No one liked Bob. And he had type 2 diabetes, so he had no business eating ice cream. It was really bad for him. He should really watch his weight. Bob was quite a mess. Okay, and he found that out. And especially because of that, what did our trucker decide to do? I don't know where we are. What did our trucker decide to do because of that?
He decided to seek help.
He decided to seek help, is that right? Oh, okay. He decided to, let's say, get help. Sounds good. Did he ask help from Superman? Who did he?
No.
No, of course not. No. Did he ask help from Barack Obama?
He
Is that the right man?
He decided to get help from the well-known Sherlock Holmes.
He decided to get help from
Mr.
The well-known detective Sherlock Holmes.
from the no, not from the well-known, from the
Famous.
infamous. From the infamous
Famous.
world, I gotta write this right away. World
Okay.
renowned detective. I can't write renowned because I can't spell in my own language. Hold on. Let's get that right. Renowned. Let's get detective. The infamous who said that? World renowned detective. Who said Sherlock Holmes? Who said that? Who was
It was me.
Who's me?
Abdullah.
Abdullah. He
Yeah.
decided to get help from the infamous world-renowned detective Abdullah. That's right. Of course.
Of course.
Of
sure.
course. Abdullah, let's see, was in demand and cost a lot, but he agreed to help. Okay, now we've got something. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to ask you to do because we're out of time. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Now we've got about half our story so far. Now we need to know what Abdullah did in light of that, and we need to know how our story ends.
Yeah, he needed something in return, of course.
He did.
Yeah, he asked for a horse or a unicorn. You know?
We're going to call this a cliffhanger. Do you know what a cliffhanger is?
No.
No.
A cliffhanger is when you come to the end of the movie and you still have an hour left and nothing is resolved and the good guy is hanging off the cliff by his fingernails. And you have to wait
Continued.
to be continued. To be continued.
Yeah.
I want you to think about this and we're going to compare answers next Saturday.
Okay.
Is Abdullah going to use his magic unicorn to locate the ice cream? Will the United Nations send in peacekeepers to quell the other truck drivers? I don't know. Will the truck driver wake up and it was all a terrible dream? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out.
Tune in next time. Yeah.
Tune in next Saturday
Yeah.
for the final chapter of. And what's the name of our story? For the final chapter of. It was originally called Finding Giuseppe, but now it's going to be called Finding the Missing Ice Cream. Tune in next week. Tune in next week for the final chapter. Bring in your endings. Bring in your endings. Let's see how it goes. Bring it in. When the story is finished, we're going to go back, put in some missing vocabulary words, tell the story a few times, and every time you tell the story, add more vocabulary. The more you tell it, the more vocabulary you remember, And for example, we need a scene where the guy drives somewhere, right? He's got to first step on the clutch, put the car into neutral. See what I'm saying? We've got to add all these details. So bring your endings next week. We'll add the vocabulary, and then we will finish the case of the missing ice cream. Bye for now, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.